I guess I've struggled with this or been challenged by it my whole life, feeling it especially recently, is being challenged to find purpose and meaning and create joy in my life.
Sure. Well,
Uh,
you realize that you are the one that creates purpose. Yes?
yes.
You are the one that creates meaning. Yes? Therefore, you're simply having writer's block. Because you're not going to find meaning. You're not going to find purpose. It's not as if you're going to turn over a rock and you're going to find a note that tells you about the purpose of the rock. It's not really how things work. You have to engage your imagination. You have to engage your imagination and simply imagine what the purpose to life is. Imagine what the purpose to the relationship is. Imagine what the purpose to your journey is. You must create that. You can borrow inspirational ideas from others, but ultimately, you must come to your own conclusions. You must create whatever that path is for you. And that is a creative process. These things are not built in. Therefore, the challenge in finding purpose and the blockage in finding purpose really relates to that creative challenge many writers go through that you call writer's block. So, when someone is experiencing writer's block, generally speaking, it is because they are perhaps attempting to force the issue. Oftentimes, when someone's experiencing writer's block, they'll attempt to power through the writer's block, but to no avail. Oftentimes, the cure for writer's block is taking some time off from writing, taking a break, changing up the scenery, doing something new, creating freshness, creating novelty in one's life, not thinking about the project of writing. And from that novelty, from that breath of fresh air, they then are able to see the pathway through what used to be the blockage.
That's good advice. Connected with this is something that I've had challenges with is this human world. I find it hard to, I guess I feel like this world is so insane. And so the things I'm interested in, there doesn't seem to be much of a place for it in this human world.
Well, perhaps you're not looking in the places that would best suit you.
Yeah, perhaps.
If you look in the mainstream, you will not find that which suits you. You will only find that which suits the masses. So you may need to look in unconventional places, explore the fringe, go off the trail, into the woods, metaphorically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
There are places for all things on Earth because that is the magical power of Earth. Because it is energetically neutral, it is capable of holding all 5 elements. Keep this in mind. Earth has a space. Earth has a place for all things. Sure, the things you're interested in are more so connected to future parallel reality versions of Earth. So those things may not be as mainstream as you would like them to be right now. Yet, they are still here right now because this experience of the present Earth reality that you call right now is what sets the stage for those future Earth parallel realities to manifest.
I've often wondered maybe it would be better for me to go and live in the wilderness or something rather than attempt to live in this society where people are so hypnotized and so focused on work and money and all these things that.
Do you have gifts to give?
Yes,
Can you give those gifts if you're alone in the woods?
possibly, but maybe not as well as if I was interacting.
Do you feel your mission involves giving these gifts to all whom could use them in a way that is mutually beneficial and in a way that is symbiotic for both of you?
Yes, I think so.
Well, then that's where we would advise aiming. This doesn't mean you can't take time off and go on a retreat. By all means, take time off. If you need that retreat, if you need to go into the woods, do it. Nothing wrong with that. But be wary of escapism. This is a path many pick. And it is tempting, it is alluring, and there's nothing wrong with it. Many people retreat into the mountains and privately ascend, never to incarnate on earth again. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have come here to give gifts, if you have come here to assist the people of Earth in creating a high vibrational future generation, then we would advise really be a man of the people. Really be a man of the world. Give yourself to humanity and recognize in doing so, you are giving yourself to yourself. We're not advising being a martyr. What we are advising is being in the world, yet not being of the world. Allow for yourself to successfully walk in both worlds, the world of formlessness and the world of form. Create whatever arrangements you must create to successfully do that. Otherwise, you may find that in your retreat, you receive all types of gifts, all types of downloads, yet you have no one to share them with. Now, there's ways around this. Many people whom choose that path will take those downloads, those gifts, those insights, and they will actually impregnate mountains and icons and natural formations with that information so that future mystics and future generations can access them. That requires a certain level of know-how. So we would advise, give your gifts in whatever way, shape, or form, nourish your soul. And that will serve you and the collective.
Connected with what you're saying is I've kind of felt like I don't fit in this world because maybe my purpose is to help this world evolve into the new earth or the...
Yes, precisely. But you do fit in this world. Are you fitting into your body, all right?
Yes.
Is your body fitting into the seat, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Your body fits in the home?
Yeah.
And your body fits in the city?
Yeah.
Fits in your clothes?
Mm-hmm.
You fit in.
Mm-hmm.
You fit in. Now, does your spirit fit into the culture?
Not so much.
That is what we would advise paying attention to. It's not the world. Keep this in mind. It's not the earth. It's not the world. It's the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You do not have to accept the culture as your identity. You do not have to accept the culture as the garment of your spirit. Now, if you reject the culture, which is your right to do, there's nothing wrong with that. If you say that's not for me, I'm not choosing that, you must have an alternative. Nature abhors a vacuum. So if you abandon the culture, what you'll find is you end up gravitating towards something else, and that something else will largely be based in unconsciousness. Keep this in mind. So if you are going to shed the conditionings of culture, you must create new conditions for yourself to merge with. What those are will be up to you. Keep this in mind. There are all types of things you can merge with. The world of chi, which is the world of the formless, the world of the universe, has a culture connected to it, but it is a universal culture that embraces and accepts and allows all things, positive, negative, light, and dark. It holds space for all, yet it is aligned with evolution. Therefore, it possesses the power of discernment, for as you know, evolution contains within it the premise of the survival of the fittest. All of that is a part of the culture of the universe. Align with this, access that in whatever way you can. That is how you can successfully be in the world, yet be not of the world. That will enable you to remain a part of human culture in whatever way benefits both you and others symbiotically, and you'll be able to share your gifts.
Okay. Especially right now where the human culture is very chaotic state. I understand it's chaotic because it's in this process of transformation. I find myself almost feeling like I'm waiting for the rest of humanity to wake up or something, but I know I shouldn't be waiting.
If you're going to wait blissfully.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. So if you're going to wait for everyone, wait ecstatically. And then you'll find the ecstasy guides you to something ecstatic, something curious, something interesting. Wait blissfully, and the bliss will guide you to something blissful and interesting. Nothing wrong with waiting, but be discerning as to how you wait. And then you really won't be waiting anymore. You'll be creating. Now, that is where you will really need to center yourself. For you, the act of creating is perhaps something that has been somewhat limited within your energy field and within your self-expression. So, pay attention to the different ways you can exercise your creativity. Pay attention to the different ways you can liberate your creativity. Pay attention to the different ways you can indulge your creativity. Make creativity one of your primary practices, because it is your creative genius that assists you in discovering and creating all meanings and all purposes, and also guides you as to whatever path is most natural for you. Does that make sense?